Welcome back to the CBS 5 Investigate special, The Phantom Killer. I'm here with Morgan, and the big question, what does William Huff have to say? You and the team went and tracked him down.
I wanted to know if he took responsibility, if he was sorry, and what looking at him in the face would tell me. This is what William Huff looks like today. He's 66 years old, on home arrest. But we watched him walk around the halfway house where he lives, get the mail, even ride his bike through the neighborhood while children passed by. 50 years ago, a much younger Huff terrorized the community of Sierra Vista, luring one little girl to her death, then another, and writing a chilling letter to the police referring to himself as the Phantom, threatening to strike again.
You did not see children walking anywhere alone.
Huff was sentenced to 15 years in federal prison for one murder, 40 to life in state prison for the other. But last year, he was released to home arrest.
There are always people who may disagree with the board's decisions.
Ellen Kirschbaum was the chair of the board when it voted to let Huff out on home arrest. Do you stand by that decision?
It's a decision that I made as being on the board at that time. I stand by all my decisions.
She says the board considered Huff's good behavior in prison and age, among other factors. We wanted to speak to Huff about why he thought he deserved to be released from prison. You understand why people are nervous about you being out.
I understand.
Okay.
Because my case was stuck out.
Yep.
You know, so.
Well, stuff that you did.
Yeah.
The victim's family members contend Huff has never fully taken responsibility for what he did.
He was the victim. He was the victim always. Cindy and Janelle were never the victims. He was the victim. He was the victim of the Sierra Vista police. He was the victim of alcohol. He was the victim of drugs. And there was no alcohol and drugs. He was 16 years old.
CBS 5 Investigates learned that in the time since Huff was released from prison, the Clemency Board appears to have had second thoughts. In fact, new board members tried to have him sent back. Here are audio clips from a board meeting in April.
If it's at all possible, my view is to revoke his home arrest and send him back to prison. I think he is a danger to the community.
But I think that this gentleman is definitely a threat to the community.
But after breaking for a conversation with the board's lawyers, they voted to keep Huff on home arrest.
He is on home arrest, and we cannot change that. If we could, I certainly would.
So at this point, the Phantom is living in Tucson, his neighbors unaware of who he is, his victim's family members all too aware of what he's capable of.
He's living in a halfway house currently where there's no restrictions put on him, where children can go trick-or-treating there. Children can go sell Girl Scout cookies there.
And Morgan, your phone and social media feeds basically blew up when you broke this story. Neighbors of Huff saying, how do they not know this guy was in their neighborhood?
William Huff's address is not public record. The Department of Corrections would not tell us where they placed him. We had to find him for ourselves. But one state lawmaker wants to change that, adding child killers to the sex offender registry. Sound like a good idea? Wait until you hear who voted against it.
And you can find all of Morgan's reports on azfamily.com, and you can join in on the conversation with us as well on Facebook. We'll be right back.